Who's riding passenger princess now?
I need a bag. Philip's driving. Look at Philip's driving.
It's the road. It's not me. It's the road.
It is so cold today. It is so unbelievably cold. We are on our way right now just to pick the boys up from the bus, but we've spent the entire day today keeping all of the animals warm, taking them out warm oats and extra grains and making sure everyone's beds are perfect and super warm and cozy because it is literally minus 18. Can you stay on the road? It is literally minus 18.
Look, if I wanted to stay on the road, I would have stayed on the road. I'm 4x4 for you, babe.
You're not gonna pull Lady Wilson song lyrics at me, you know. We are so excited, even though we're fighting through the freezing cold elements
You're not
today.
Fighting.
That's like one of our number one questions we get asked all the time. Do we fight while we're working on projects, and do we fight while we're filming? Are we gonna fight about this?
Yeah. Not typically, but when we do, I win.
Oh gosh. We're literally gonna have a domestic dispute over this. No, Philip and I have been together long enough that there's very little that annoys each other about one another, because I think by now we've pretty much figured out all of the things that work. Like, I just shake my head and nod when I disagree, and he does the same.
Yeah, everything she does at this point is annoying, so why let it bother me? Can't beat it. If you can't beat it, better join it.
Oh my goodness. But no, we don't fight usually while we're working on projects. And I say usually because, like every couple, I'm sure people have their arguments. We really don't when we're working on projects. It's not if we ever had any disagreements about anything, it isn't when we're working on projects. We get along really well, as I think you can all see. We've got a pretty good thing going over here, so it's pretty awesome. I mean, I did let him drive today, which maybe was a mistake.
What are you saying? I have to at least drive like every 10th video.
So people believe that you can actually drive.
All right, just so I believe myself I can drive, right?
But today, even though we're fighting the elements, we are in a super good mood because we have some amazing news that we're so excited about. As you know, weeks and weeks, and even several months ago, we reserved our Highland heifer so that Henry will have not only a friend, but a girlfriend. It is almost Valentine's Day. And just in time for Valentine's Day, our heifer is coming home this weekend. And we are so excited to be able to have her to the homestead, and it will kind of put together our breeding pair of our Highland cows, or Highland cattle. So we're so excited that not only will we have Henry, our bull, but we will have our heifer. And we have already picked a name out, but I think we'll wait and reveal the name that we chose for her on the day that we bring her home, because I think that'll just be fun to make you guys wait. Sorry, not sorry. The boys are so over the moon excited, and I just can't even. I don't know how we're gonna sleep over the next couple of days, because just as excited we were to go and pick up Henry, we're excited that our heifer is coming home. And we have seen pictures of her, and we've seen pictures of her parents and the herd that she belongs to, but because she is located far, far away from where we live, we actually have not met her in person. And I don't doubt that it's going to be love at first sight, because we already love her from the photos, but we're pretty excited to meet her. And I'm certain that Henry is going to be so thrilled that he's going to have a mate. And especially on these like cold days like this, it sure would be nice for him to have somebody to stand with. I want to show you what we did today to kind of like make sure Henry's super comfortable tonight. Well, it's supposed to get even colder. Just to get super, super cold and then be plus 5 degrees. So make that make sense. But we know it'll be nicer for him to have a mate to stand with and keep himself warm and herd up to. And so we're so excited that we're finally going to have her at the homestead.
It's time.
It is time. This is the beautiful oceanside spot that we picked the boys up from the bus. It's obviously a little frosty today, but it is beautiful.
It's Nana Papa's Cove.
Nana Papa's Cove. It's just down a little further from their house. Did you three have a camp out? Erickson, you're squishing Ragda in the corner. Oh my goodness.
It's too cold last night.
Camp outs for the piggies. Cozy boy. Comfy.
Are you nice and warm, Henry?
Nice and warm. You are in Frida's stall. You don't look like Frida.
It was just too cold last night.
Aww.
So we got him under the heat lights. It's nice and warm in here.
He sees his boys. Are your boys home, Henry? Look how big his horns are getting.
I know.
Oh, okay, let's leave him. He's resting for a bit. Hey Chase, what are you eating?
Pizza.
Your favorite pizza?
Uh-huh.
Today, what are you eating?
Pizza.
Pizza. Who's done exams?
Me.
These guys are done their first semester, so we just went for some celebratory pizza, which means we drive very far for pizza. But it's worth it. Sometimes you just gotta treat yourself.
How come I didn't get any food?
You did get
You
food.
ate it all.
What? I didn't get. They're not feeding me, and they're making me drive.
Listen, our YouTube family is already saying in the comments, Phil, if you need help, blink twice.
I can't blink anymore. I'm driving. SOS!
Oh my goodness. We also stopped because we are going to be getting our heifer, obviously, this weekend to get another halter because we're going to be doing round 2 of cattle halter training. Henry, are you watching Pig TV? Oops. Henry, are you watching Pig TV? So these three are going to have another camp out tonight. Keep nice and warm together because it is going to be another really cold night tonight. And then they can snuggle up. You are some cute, Henry Ferdinand.
Spoiled.
Sleepy. This morning, Philip and I were getting everything ready to start the drywall, mudding, and taping in Dayton's room. Before we got started, we came out to do all of the animal chores and check the weather like we usually do every morning after we drop the boys off. We saw that today was going to be another night of -18 and then quickly go up to a +5, which meant that we had a ton of things to do today on the farm to be able to make sure that all the animals were situated for another extremely cold night. This like up and down in temp is so strange for us caring for the animals, and we just have to make sure that everything has what it needs. We are so happy, so happy and relieved today when we came out and we're like, you know what? Henry's still standing by himself, and I didn't want him to be out there in a super cold night without, you know, something to huddle warm up to. And so I'm so happy that we built these pig stalls. So we actually ended up bringing Henry in here for the day, and he's going to spend the night in the stall here so that we can keep him nice and warm. I just don't know. And when they say -18 and then it also maybe has a wind chill, it could be even colder. And until he has a friend to nuzzle up to, I just don't want him to get too cold. So he's been cozy and just laying in here and having a nice afternoon. And now he'll be nice and warm in here overnight. It doesn't matter what the temp does. We don't have to worry about him. And then the pigs are camping out together tonight. They're going to have a little camp out, keep each other warm, and lay like pigs in a blanket, keep nice and cozy. And then tomorrow with the +5 temps, we can get ourselves reset and do a ton of work on the farm outside so that we can get ready for the next 2 weeks of really, really cold temperatures. February is our coldest month of the year, and so when we do have those odd days where it's a little bit more mild, we can get a ton of stuff done to make sure that everyone's bedding and everyone's stuff is all topped up and ready for another, you know, section of time. And we bring in tons of wood tomorrow when it's more mild so that we can keep our wood stove roaring, keep the house warm, and then we know we're good, the animals are good, and we can go on from there and get back into working into Dayton's bed. In just about 48 more hours, Henry's gonna have a friend. How exciting is that? So not every day goes as planned when you're running a homestead, and sometimes -20 degrees throws you a curveball on your plans to stay inside nice and cozy and warm. But the good thing is that because we're home all the time, we can take as much time as we need to make sure that everything on our homestead gets exactly what it needs. And we always have extra supplies for everything here, just in case. And -20 is really cold. Like
Yeah,
the
it was too cold.
interior of my truck this morning driving the boys to school said it was -18. So when I came back, I was like, we have to get everything outside, you know, back into something else for tonight, because if it's any colder than that tonight, it's just way too cold. I don't want to stand outside in those temps. And if we have the facility set up for them to have a heat lamp and have all the extra bedding and everything in here, then why not?
Yeah.
Henry's been doing such a good job on his halter training that he lead walked from the barn stable area that he's been in, his temporary housing, and he just walked right in here, no problem, and came in to stand in his stall here, and he's been so calm and happy in here all afternoon, which is kind of adorable. Yeah, you knew I was talking about you. So Henry has lots of hay for tonight. There was already bedding in here that we threw in for the pigs, and he has a heat light going. He'll be nice and toasty in here tonight. Kisses for Daddy before bed. He likes to watch pig TV. He stands and watches from his stall. So unlike other times when we've been knowing that we were going to welcome a new addition to the farm, we always ask you name suggestions on what we should name our new addition, but we already have a name that we all picked out together as a family for our heifer who's coming. So we'll be very excited to share that with you, and we cannot wait for you to meet her this weekend. We are also going to be meeting her at the same time as you guys. We're going to be filming us meeting her for the first time. And then you guys are going to get to see it in the same day, which is pretty exciting. So look forward to that for this weekend for sure.